Welcome to the show. We're going to continue the conversation with former Seahawks player KJ Wright, the newest member of Champions of Change. And as a matter of fact, we're going to get an opportunity to talk to those fellas about their celebrity basketball game coming up at the end of the show. But first, we're going to continue the conversation with KJ Wright about some of the devastating injuries that he had. It's the physical impact, the mental impact, and how a therapist was a game changer for him. Join us as we shine a spotlight on compelling conversations with leaders from Washington State and beyond. This is Conversations with Katie Hall.
When you go through hard times, it makes you better at the end of it.
Yes.
And I'm thankful that I did go through that, because now I know that, hey, I'm 34 years old.
Right.
Got a long life to live.
Yes, you do.
When life does happen, KJ, just don't try to do it by yourself. Don't try to go through this journey by yourself. You have a wife that want to listen to you. You got a mom and daddy you could call and talk to. You got professionals that could really, put you on game and tell you how to tap into your feelings and what you're going through. Use your resources and really dive into people to really help your mental state
Absolutely.
be the best that they can be.
Let's talk about loyalty in sports and, what that really means to you.
It doesn't exist.
What do you mean?
There's no such thing as loyalty in sports.
So, you got to tell me more than that. Like, what do you mean by that?
Well, when you look at what happens, you got the players, you got the organizations, right? I remember, let's say a player goes out there and demands a trade. Like, get me out of here. I don't want to be out here. I'm not happy with my contract. Trade me. You know what the outside world does? Oh, that person is selfish. Why are they so greedy? You should be thankful you got a job. Who do you think you are? Now, what happens when a player signs a contract, a 4-year contract, and the organization releases them, cuts them, fires them 2 years into their deal? What's said? What's said? Not a thing is said when it happens on the opposite side. And my question is, why? I played for this organization for 10 years. Traitor! Who do you think you are? Why'd you do? Hold up, what did you say when I tried to do this and nothing happens on the side of the players? And so when you talk about loyalty, there's no loyalty from organization to player, nor should there be loyalty from player to organization. It shouldn't be. Unfortunately, this is a what can I get out of this type of business. That's really how it is. What can I get out of this business? Organization, what can I get out of this player? Player, what can I get out of this organization? It's as black and white as can be.
Do you think we can change that?
We shouldn't change it.
We shouldn't change it.
Why
Okay.
should we?
Okay.
Why should we?
I ain't say that we should. I'm just asking.
No, we shouldn't.
We shouldn't. Okay.
I think we should change the way we view it.
Where we view it, yeah.
I think we should really look at sports as a business.
But it is.
This is a business. This is $1 billion business at that. The only thing that they have loyal to you is when you sign that dotted line, it's your guaranteed dollars. That's as far as this goes. And you talk about 4 to 5 year contract. If I don't like what I see, you're fired. Yeah, you signed this contract, but no, you're fired. And but when I get to demanding money, when I get to saying, get me out of here, or I want to be drafted here, I need that same energy from people when it happens on the opposite end. And so, loyalty in sports, it's not happening. It's not happening. You just look at what it is in college.
Right. They're not playing, but that's Gen Z.
Gen
Z and Gen Alpha, they're not playing with us.
Yes.
They're not, though.
So college it's a new wave. I struggled with it in the beginning.
I did too.
Man, I was like, man, what's up with these college kids, man? But no, it is a business in college. It is, you have the NIL, and I call it free agency. So it's like free agency each and every year. And so it is what can I get out of this? How can I get mines? It sounds selfish. It makes you sick to your stomach hearing that.
It actually doesn't. On the most basic, smallest level, like we pay our high school students to work with us. Because the way I look at it, you're giving me your intellectual property. You know what I'm saying? You're here with us, you're telling us about our programming, and we pay them. So we pay 13-year-olds. Yeah. 14-year-olds to be in our programming. So no, I feel you.
It sounds good to you.
No, we gotta pay them. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good to you, but the majority.
Right.
A lot of people don't like it.
I'm a businesswoman, so.
good. Yeah. And so it's happening in the pros, college, high school is next, and we'll see what happens.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
No, it won't.
That's gonna be fun.
But it's gonna happen though.
Yeah, no, thank you. But loyalty in sports. We might have to come out and talk with you about that again later.
Please do. It's
For
not
a future episode.
It's non-existent and it shouldn't be.
So KJ, now that the college kids are like in the business of sports, like you mentioned earlier, like how important is it to be able to prepare those college students with tools?
Yeah. Well, first thing I tell people all this: you gotta self-prepare yourself. You gotta self-invest in yourself. You gotta invest in your mental when it comes to financial literacy. You gotta invest in the power of having a powerful brand. Like I heard this word.
Brand is everything.
Took me years to figure out what is a brand. What is a brand? It's the way I look at it is when people see you, what do they see? When people see your social media, what do they see? What are you giving out there?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? KJ Wright here, and I'm thoroughly excited to announce that the Right Way Foundation is going to be joining Champions of Change. I'm really looking forward to continue making a positive impact in our community.
If you're out there posting nonsense,
Yeah, that's what you're gonna get.
that's what you're gonna get back.
Yes.
If you're posting professionalism, if you're posting that you love sports, you're posting that you love dancing, that's their energy that you're attracting. So really focus on having that powerful brand that you want. And on the other side, okay, this is a business. You know, you're a professional athlete, even though you're in college. Really understand, like, okay, I got to protect this. I got to make sure that I know what I'm doing when it comes to my taxes, when it comes to putting money here, when it comes to, I want to buy my mama a house. Okay, you want to buy your mama a house, understand that there's going to be a note. There's taxes. Uncle Sam go want his check every year.
Every year.
Who go pay for that? Is it mama that's paying for that?
Right.
Or is it you?
Exactly.
And so just having those conversations early, I think it would be very beneficial for these guys, and hopefully the universities help them out as well.
Absolutely. You know, I see you even third careering and being in the universities. You know what I mean? I really do. I see you even having a third career and really being able to teach like those classes as well.
Yeah, I got a gift.
You do?
I have a gift,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna use my gift to serve those around me. I'm gonna use my gift to empower people. I'm gonna share everything that I know. And when it's all said and done, you know, I just want people to know that I love them, I care about them. I just want to see people succeed.
Absolutely. Welcome back to the show as we continue our conversation with former Seahawks player KJ Wright as we talk about some of the challenges and struggles of life after professional football. That transition from playing ball to retiring, right? Talk to us a little bit about that. Talk to us about what it's like and also the mental aspect to that.
Just think about it. Like, I've been playing this game since middle school.
Right.
Had that helmet, had them shoulder pads, had that outlet, you know, that I could go and just get out of my system. And playing in front of 90,000 people, like, it's just natural that you have this, you know, I want to say idolize, but people, you know, you go on the streets like, oh my God, like, I go to people, they start crying, like, oh my God, I just love you so much. And you just have that for 20 years of your life, and all of a sudden, it's over. Like, no more. And when you talk about, oh, I can't just go to the facility and just hang out, or I can't go put on these pads and go play football, or I can't have my outlet that I had my whole life, that hits you. It really messes with your psyche. And I believe that one of the biggest guys' struggles when they get done is, how do people view me now? How do people view me now, not that I'm not a Seahawk, or not that I'm not a Ram or a Cowboy? Like, what do other people see when they see me? And guys never talked about it. Guys probably never admit it. But I believe that's one of the biggest struggles that guys have is, how do other people view me now that I'm not a football player?
You talked about that too. You said that you were on a call, right, with some people who retired before, and you had an opportunity to hear from them about what that life was like after retiring. So how are you going to pay that forward?
I'm here to tell guys.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell guys, hey, tap into this when you get done. Or better yet, find stuff that you like while you're playing, so when you do get done, the transition can be smoother.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, I was on the phone with some NFL brothers. This is during the season, it's like November. And they brought me on there to speak. how things going, how's your life doing? I'm telling you, kid, when I was on that conference call, boo-hoo, bawling, crying.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like, fellas, retirement is kicking my ass.
Right.
This not easy. These days are long. Like, my wife, she want me folding clothes and taking the kids to school. Like, I love my kids, but dang, like.
Yeah, it's a big transition.
It's a transition. And so I just really want guys to really practice things you like outside of football. Like, find what that next passion is and just really start working on that while you're playing. And then when you do get done, Cliff Averill, like my dude, say, hey man, make sure you talk to somebody. Like, make sure you talk to a therapist, make sure you talk to a life coach, someone to get stuff out of your brain. Because what they say, you talk to yourself a bunch of times throughout the day.
A million times.
They say you talk to yourself a million times a day. Like, what are you telling yourself?
Right.
And so make sure you just get that stuff out of your system, talk to people, because the transition, it takes time. It takes a lot of time.
You always been more than football, right? So I want to know, what were some of those passions that you really explored over the last year?
It was tapping into the youth. That's easy.
Yeah, because you have a nonprofit.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Talk to us a little bit about your nonprofit.
It was tapping into the youth. When it's financial literacy, the Right Way Foundation.
Very nice.
And my mama, growing up, she's my financial advisor. Son, not my financial advisor, but she's like, son, save your money for a rainy day. Yes. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Make your money work for you. And I was like, Mama, I know what you mean, but I don't got no money. I ain't got a pot to piss in. So she's telling me all these things to do, but I'm really thankful for her, because in the NFL, you get a lot of money quickly, and you got to make it last
a long time.
Right. And so just I want to tell these kids the power of investments, because we get taught to save your money.
Right.
That's what we get taught.
But not investing. It's a difference. It's a big difference.
It's night and day. Hey, invest your money. Understand what a stock is. Understand what credit is. Understand what compound interest is. There's so much that we don't know. And when I tell you, I went to these kids once a week at the Boys and Girls Club in Rainier Vista.
Yeah. Yes.
Taught them stuff that I learned over the years, some dumb stuff that I did over the years.
Best teacher.
That's teaching.
Yeah.
I share my scars with them.
Yes, best teacher.
And so I'm really passionate about that, and just making sure that once they do start making money, like, you're not in this rat race. You're not having to live check to check.
Because that messes up your mental health in itself. Yeah. And the longevity of your life.
It's stressful.
Yes.
It's stressful, and even with marriages, they say most marriages fail
because of money.
Because of money.
Yeah, because of money.
It ain't about love. It's about money a lot of times. And so just really pouring that into these kids, so when they do get older,
they know
they'll be in good shape.
And we talked about this a little bit at the sports awards, as we're talking about money, right? Equity and pay for women, right? And women and girls in sports. There's so many, I had this conversation with so many people, and everybody have different responses on how do we sort of put that equity for women in sports versus men in sports. What are your thoughts about that?
It's quite simple. When you look at how this entertainment business is structured, it's all media driven. And so if you do want to bring more revenue to the game, if you do want more eyes to the game, ESPN, CBS, NBC, really start highlighting these women. Really create superstars, like with the commercials, with the endorsements. Like, really show how special these girls are. Like, these girls are doing some amazing things. And so I'm really glad that this wave there's a new wave where it's starting to transfer and transition to women's sports. And so that's how the equity and that's how the revenue start to increase. It all starts with the media.
Absolutely. And what is the community's responsibility with that?
Same thing. Show up, tweet, go to the games. You see guys are investing into women's leagues with the soccer, basket. I'm telling you, everything. And so it's up for us to continue to double down on this movement, double down on this wave, to make sure that it don't slow down.
Right, because your daughter's 15, right? And is she still playing sports?
Volleyball,
yeah. So absolutely, right? Because you have a daughter, and you want her to be able to make
Absolutely.
that green too.
Absolutely.
Right?
Scholarships.
Scholarships, yeah.
Yeah, get scholarships and traveling. This stuff is expensive too.
It is. Everything's expensive. Even
Stuff-
sports is expensive now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my daughter's in taekwondo and we're paying like $600 a month.
Yeah, and so you're talking about access to sports.
Yes.
Access for these young women to play, to display their skills. You know, we could use more people to invest into them when it comes to that. And so it's a new wave.
Absolutely.
It's coming. And it's hopefully it's here to stay.
What's your hope 20 years from now for women in sports?
Hey, same thing. Let's say it's primetime game. Highlight them. Women's volleyball, basketball, all that. Flag football. That's gonna be the next wave too.
Right.
Watch for flag football and women receiving full scholarships. I'm telling you, it's on the way. I know it's on the way. My daughter, she want to play, but it's not quite here yet.
Yeah, it's going for that baby, but I know it's a boy.
Yeah. But no, flag football. There's so much that women can do. Let's have them on those same primetime hours, Monday night, Sunday afternoon, to really showcase what they can do.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you, KJ Wright, one of the former Seahawk players and newest member of Champions of Change. They are going to be having a celebrity basketball game coming up, and one of our very own, Portia from our Girls on the Rise program, will be in the game.
So I can't tell you this is the exact moment I fell in love with the game, but I can tell you this was the first time that I did touch a ball, and it was when I had first moved here from the Dominican Republic. In the Dominican Republic, we're more centered around baseball and volleyball. And so when I moved here, I was begging my dad to take me shooting. When he finally took me, it was just such a fun experience. And even though I wasn't making any shots, I just remember that I was playing purely for the love of the game. So in 4th grade, I just played for fun, purely select, rec ball, right? And my coach, he knew this trainer. That trainer actually ended up being one of my coaches for select, and that's when I started practicing and training every day. And we just built that connection and we built that relationship that he became one of my trainers for a while. I would tell the younger girls just to set some time aside, even if it's 30 minutes a day, to actually practice the game. That's how you just develop your skills. If you're sitting down, not putting in your work, there's someone out there getting better and is going to take your spot on the team. To be a kid and to be able to play in a tournament hosted by Kobe was a super exciting experience. I remember going into the second session, flying out that fateful January when just the basketball world had changed due to his passing. And we were in our semifinal game trying to go into the championship again. We just see a ref going around from court to court telling us that, Kobe had just passed. And that's when all the games had just stopped and we walked over to the middle court, and it didn't matter if you had a rivalry with someone else from the other team. We just all came together and we just took a knee and we took that in. He created the Mamba Academy for Gigi and for his other daughter. And, he was part of growing youth in basketball, and that's what Rodney Stuckey's doing right now too. I want to see a bigger increase in women playing sports. And a role that I play in that is that I try to be a positive role model to the younger girls, and I try to encourage them. And I think, just my responsibility in that is just putting my hand back out to them.
Champions of Change, June 28th. Talk to us. What should we expect?
Another win by Cliff.
We should expect a competitive game. And I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. Doug is going to have a chance to win.
Yeah, every time you step on every time you step on the basketball court. Every time you step on the basketball court, you have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the past 2 years,
Oh my gosh.
it's been fun. It's been challenging. But going up against Isaiah Thomas and Jamal Crawford, 2
Great
years
athletes,
in a row,
great athletes.
it's challenging, right? Like you're expecting a non-basketball player to then stop these all-pro NBA players, right? It's a challenge. But I look forward to the challenge every time that we line up.
No, it's going to be a blast. And I think what's so unique about this event, the basketball game in particular, obviously, you talk about Jamal, talk about IT, and some of the different, Sue Bird has been a part of it, all the different athletes that have been a part of it. And it's a great time. And it's all about bringing families together and bringing them out, right? But it's all for a great cause as well, right? We're giving back. We're giving back. And this year, one of the beneficiaries will be Odessa Brown again for me. And we talked about how important they are to the community. So to be able to have all these athletes and these superstars, and they could be doing a gazillion other things, but they come out to support us with this basketball game, but also understanding that, you know, it's all for a great cause and giving back to the community.
Not only we got the game, but we have a Game Changer Gala that takes place the night before. That's another opportunity to kind of raise the awareness and the support. But that game is really about celebration, right? It's celebrating not only, I mean, the people that we bring, right? Those that are playing in the games, they're doing great work in the community too, right? So we want to celebrate them. This is giving them a chance to get out and be together. But it's those that are attendees, right? Because you got to think, you got Climate Pledge Arena, which is not always accessible. And so we're creating a space that allows Climate Pledge to be accessible for many.
I think the biggest thing is just coming out and supporting. You know, go to championsofchangefoundation.org, see some of the different things that we're doing in the community, and really it's all about supporting. We're here to bring the community together.
It's time to play basketball.
None of us are from Seattle. We still live here. We still want to support Seattle. Seattle's done a lot for us, and we want to continue to give back and pour into the city. So, but it also, again, we talked about earlier, it takes all of us to make a difference, right? We can only go so far, but if we can get more people to join us, you know, we'll be able to make a bigger impact, and we'll love where the city is 30, 40, 50 years from now, right? Yeah.
It's making something that can last beyond us having a legacy. I think legacy is super important for this community and something for players that come after us. It's like, here's a place where you could come in and be a part of something that's constantly giving back to the community, an engine that could be moving.
Thank you for watching, and thank you, Champions of Change, for joining us. And just so you all know, we do not only do a talk show, we do so much more with women and girls. Please check us out on social media and check us out on our website. Catch you the next time. Come on, Fly, don't play with me. Okay. Chris, don't you do that.
That's already in the
As the newest member for Champions of Change. Okay, I got this one, I promise you.